Well, I own Orange Blossom condominiums,
Okay.
and I rented an apartment to Miss Mooney's mother
Okay.
several years ago, and she recently re-signed her lease for 18 months. After about 2 months, I didn't receive any more checks. So I emailed her a letter. I sent her a certified letter saying, where's the money? I didn't receive any response. No one contacted me, gave me any information. And then I found out that Mrs. Mooney had died and that her daughter had been seen going in and out of the apartment. We've seen furniture being moved in and out with other people going in and out. So I contacted her, sent her letters saying that you owe me $25,000, which is I think the rent is $1,565 a month times 18 months minus the 2 months that they did pay.
Okay.
And it was very clear when I signed leases with people that you are bound by this lease, because I have tons of people that try to walk out on their leases, and if they walk out on their lease, I have to pay someone to clean the apartment. I can't rent the apartment out until I'm sure that they're gone. So I lose a lot of money. My insurance rates have gone up. So this is a very big hardship for me for someone to leave the lease like that.
Okay.
And I do believe that she was living there, or at least
I was not living
Ma'am, ma'am, please, I'll get to you in a second. Can you touch on the restraining order part?
Well, I tried contacting them and I kept sending them letters and no responses. No one contacted me. So one day I get a phone call from, I believe it's from her, and she's saying,
Miss Mooney.
yes.
Okay.
And she's angry on the phone, yelling that I've been sending her all these letters. And she was saying stuff like, I'm going to F you up and you better watch your back. I'm going to kick you in your bees, So it was a very nasty phone call, and I hung up. And given the way that this has all gone, people going in and out of the apartment, it's slimy, and I'm nervous. I'm afraid for my safety.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a target. So
Miss Mooney, ma'am, first off, am I pronouncing your last name correct, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Okay, Miss Mooney, you mind telling the courts your side of the story?
Yes. First of all, I just want to say, Your Honor, I'm still grieving the loss of my mother, and it's been a very difficult last few months.
Okay, you have my deepest condolences on that, ma'am.
Thank you. So my mother did renew the lease for 18 months. However, unfortunately, 2 months into that lease, she very suddenly passed away. And so as her eldest daughter, I stepped in and I called the OBC property manager. There was a manager on site. I called her and I said, my mother has passed. And she assured me that, she was very sympathetic, and she assured me that everything would be fine. They would cancel the lease and there would be no penalties. And so, a few days pass and I get a bill in the mail for $25,000. There's an early termination penalty. So I call her back. And again, she said, she's like, just ignore it. Don't worry about it.
The $25,000, was that for the 16 months left on the lease agreement?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so I did as she instructed, and I ignored it. And then a few weeks later, I start getting more bills in the mail directly from Mr. Prescott. I have collections notices taped to my door for failure to pay. And I actually have a screenshot that I'm going to show you. But Mr. Prescott is sending me Venmo requests from different usernames. You owe me 25.
Jerome, do me a favor. Can you collect that document and bring it up here, please?
Grandpa P, $, $. That's harassment, Your Honor. I should be the one seeking a restraining order from him. I didn't even think he knew how to use Venmo.
Let me ask you this question, Ms. Mooney. The lease agreement, it was to your mother exclusively, or was there someone else on the lease agreement?
She was the sole renter.
Okay. Did you reside at this residence?
I didn't. I went in and out to get the furniture.
Okay. All right, Mr. Prescott, you can give this back to her. Thank you. Mr. Prescott, let me ask you a question. Did your property manager advise you that her mother had passed?
I don't have a property manager.
Okay.
I have a gardener, and I have someone a handyman who comes and fixes things.
But you were aware of the fact that she had died?
No, well, I wasn't. I eventually found out, but no one told me that she died.
That's not true.
Okay.
I don't have a property manager.
So who picked up the phone when I called?
Well, if you don't have a property manager, who collects the rent?
I usually do.
How do you collect the rent?
They usually drop it off in a Dropbox, or they
Mhm.
can
Or he's
mail
sending
it to me,
Venmo requests.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on.
or they can mail it to me. And sometimes we have some people do Venmo. So
Okay.
we have all different ways of doing
You
it.
have a Dropbox. How did Miss Mooney send you her payments?
She usually did a Dropbox.
Okay. So when you went to the Dropbox and you realized that her payment wasn't there, did you try to contact Mrs. Mooney?
Yeah, I left her voicemails.
Did you get a call back?
No.
That's not true.
Okay. Did you bother to check to make sure that she was there or?
Well, after the second month, I did check, but the mail was being taken in. It looked like someone was still using the apartment, so I figured she went away. Sometimes she takes trips and visits her children. She's been there for about 8 years.
I'm
so-
sorry, ma'am. You said your mom died 2 months into the lease.
Yes.
How long ago did this unfortunate event take place?
It happened about a month ago.
A month
So
ago.
it's very recent, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Prescott, are you trying to tell me that when you realized that there was no payments going in, and you said that you see people going in and out, did you bother to ask, hey, where's my payment?
Well, eventually, what I was doing was sending letters to the address.
No, but you said, correct me if I'm wrong or not,
Right.
you said you saw people coming in and out. Did you bother to walk up and say, hey, you guys missed the last month or the last 2 months? What's going on? You said you physically saw it. I'm going by your testimony. You
Well,
said
let-
you
let
saw
me-
these people going in and out.
Let me clarify. I didn't literally see people walking in and out. The gardener, I asked the gardener, and I asked the maintenance, not the maintenance man, the handyman, if you've seen anybody going in and out. And they said that they've seen people going in and out, a woman and some men sometimes, and they were moving
Did
furniture.
anybody see Miss Mooney going in and out?
No.
Not this Miss Mooney, but the
No.
one that you leased to.
Well, she eventually contacted me.
Did anyone see the Mrs. Mooney that you leased to walking in and out?
No, not that I know of.
You don't think that maybe someone should have tried to I mean, if you have people on the grounds working on your behalf, maybe you could have had one of them go and say, hey, Mrs. Mooney, my boss wants to know what's going on with the payments.
Well, initially, I didn't. Initially, I just thought it was a slip up that she went, like sometimes she travels. So I thought it was just a slip up. I mean, it's not sometimes people forget to pay their rent. Sometimes, and then eventually I have to remind them, but it hadn't gotten to that
I'm
point.
assuming that Mrs. Mooney did not have a problem, because if she did, you wouldn't give her a new 18-month lease.
No, she was always good, but like I said, sometimes people forget, and I let that slip by. It's not like if someone forgets a month's rent, I'm gonna throw them out.
Okay, so now here we are right now. Her mother is deceased.
Yes.
Her mother is gone. Are you going to take back the $25,000 request?
No.
Why not?
Because,
Your Honor, can I say something?
Hold on, I got to hear this one.
listen, I run a condominium. I own a condominium building.
I got that.
It's post-COVID.
I got that.
I have lost a lot of money.
She lost her mother.
I know she lost her mother, and I feel bad about that.
It's been very
So you want
stressful.
this young lady to pay the $25,000 because her mother died. That's what I'm hearing.
She's not paying $25,000 because her mother died. She's paying $25,000 because her mother signed a lease. No one contacted me to say that she died.
Okay,
And
She
I-
died. How are
right
we
now we're
supposed to-
telling you that her mother is gone. Her
Right.
mother cannot satisfy the 16 months of payments. She is gone. So you want this young lady to pay the $25,000 to cover that 16
Well, she's
months.
not going to have to pay it, Your Honor, because Mrs. Mooney had money. She had a Beamer. She has money. The estate is supposed to pay any kind of bills
That is
owed to the
Hold on,
irrelevant.
estate.
hold on.
I mean, I've dealt with this before. When someone dies, there is an estate, and you're supposed to pay bills that come due to the estate.
You
She's not
pay
paying.
bills. You pay bills based on what you owe.
Yes, and she owed 18. Owed
Yeah,
18.
if she used those 16 months. She didn't use any of those 16 months because she is dead.
I know, but then no one contacted
Did you try to get
me.
another
That
tenant?
is, hold on. That is not how this works, sir. That is not how this works. If someone dies, they are not responsible to pay the rest of the lease. They are not responsible to pay the rent.
So
If
what
she had a credit card and she made a payment of $1,000 and she died, yeah, her estate is responsible for that $1,000. Yeah, she's owed because she used that $1,000 to her for her whatever use.
Well, the person that the family is responsible because
the
they've
family
been,
does not live there,
Yeah,
sir.
I didn't know that.
The
and
family does not live
I
there.
did not know
She's
that.
been there
So
for
how am
7
I supposed to
years.
rent
How
my
does he not
apartment
know
out?
that?
I think there's people living there.
That
They're
is not
paying-
how that works, sir.
Yes, it does.
The person who was responsible is the person whose name is on the lease.
Right.
Now,
but
if
she's
she
a-
was living there, and
All you
hold
need is
on,
a-
sir, hold on, sir. If she was living there and you wanted her out, or whoever else was living in the apartment, you would have to get an eviction notice. Now, you know that for a fact.
I know
okay?
that for a
Now,
fact.
as far as these 16 months go, no, sir. She is not paying $25,000 for that.
So now we're 4 months into this. It's going to take me another 2 months to clean out this apartment, to rent it. How am I going to get compensated for that?
That is the price of doing business, sir.
That's not right. That is
That's
not, right.
It is
No,
right.
it's not right that you're being so disrespectful to this young. She lost her mother.
She never told me that her mother moved. Someone should have contacted
I
me. This never
did.
would have-
I
No,
hold
you
ma'am,
did not
hold on,
contact
ma'am.
me.
I got this one. Let me tell you something. I ask you right here in this courtroom. In this courtroom, can we squash this right now? 25,000. Don't worry about it. It's done. So you can show that, you know what? I have some type of sympathy. I empathize what you and your family are going through. The only thing you care about is money. You don't care that this young lady has lost her mom. Are you going to therapy by chance?
I am. This whole
You
ordeal.
Oh, here
don't
we
care
go, here we
about
go.
anything. Only thing you care about is the bottom line of you getting paid. So I'm going to tell you what this court is going to do. You are not getting $25,000. Your case, I'm throwing out. That is just, it's the level of ruthlessness that you're showing right now is incredible.
What about landlord rights? We get screwed all the time. And this happens all the time.
This
People walk out on their leases
is
and
the
there's nothing
price
we can
of
do
business.
about it.
We didn't walk out.
Hold on,
She
ma'am.
died.
Oh,
Ma'am,
come on,
ma'am,
come
ma'am.
on, come on, come on.
If you don't know this, I got news for you. Capitalism is not always fair. Deal with it.
No, it's not fair. That's for sure.
Deal with
Neither
it.
is the judicial system.
Say another word and I will hold you in contempt of court. Your case is dismissed.
When a tenant passes away, who is responsible for the lease? Was the landlord in the right to go to court and try to collect the $25,000? Leave me in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.